Welcome to a double
and
dice
with your host Kim.
and Jocelyn.
Pour your favorite beverage
Pull up a comfy chair.
because we are ready to roll.
Welcome to episode 170 of a double and dice, and today we're recording the same day that we released our last episode.
But we have a dice bag.
But we have a dice bag, so within not even a day.
Like less than just over 12 hours.
Yes, it's crazy, and the only reason why we're doing this early is because I am going away.
Kim is going on vacation. Where are you going, Kim?
I'm going up to my
dox
sister's.
yourself.
What's that?
Dox yourself.
Oh, I'm going up to my sister's cottage for a week.
Fun.
So I will not be here to record, and so I said let's record early, and then I'll get it out for the next one, and then I won't have to worry.
Just like we did for all of those ones that I had to record early before we went on holidays.
Yep, it works out. There's going
Yeah.
to be another Monday I won't be around, so we'll have to see how that falls.
I guarantee you there will be Mondays that I'm not around too, so we will figure it out.
We will, as we always
will.
do.
Indeed.
We will not
So,
miss an
yeah.
episode.
What I will say, this is not in the dice bag that I'm aware of. Backup AirPods, not good.
Are they just
Those-
like regular Apple AirPods?
They're the original AirPods Pro. So, like, how old are those? Like, old.
Mine are probably like not even pros.
Minor pros. AirPod Pro.
I don't even know what mine are.
First gen.
I'd have to look on like Amazon where I bought it.
Does it tell me when they launched them? AirPod Pro first generation Canada release date 2019. So I probably bought those either in late 2019 or early 2020.
Oops.
So these AirPods are like 6 years old, maybe almost 7.
That means mine are probably older. Sorry, I just dropped a bunch of carts. How does that work?
Well, I mean, the oldest they could be is 2019.
Oh, is that when they like came out?
Yeah.
So there's
The
nothing
second-
earlier than that?
No, not in the Pro. Is yours a Pro? No.
No, I'm gonna look now because now you
Pro.
have me curious.
Pro are
Sorry.
short. Regulars are long.
Pros are short, regulars are long. I don't even know what mine would be considered. I feel like
Well,
mines are short. Let me see.
They're very short. Like when I
Oh.
put them in my ear, they don't go on my cheek.
Okay, let's see. Amazon. Look, search your all orders.
Oh my gosh.
AirPods. This is a podcast for you guys.
It sure is.
Oh wait, I might have to go like search. Yeah, search all orders. Pods. I'm pretty sure I bought it on Amazon. There we go. Nope, those are plant pods. Ugh. I don't like doing it on my mobile phone.
The second generation AirPod Pro came out in 2022
You said 2019?
for the first generation of AirPod Pro.
Okay. I went to filter because it was filtering last 3 months. So, okay, now let's try. But I have to go by year now, so this is going to be weird. Pods.
The first ever AirPods, not Pros, were released in December of 2016.
Oh, so I have to go further back.
I don't know. Do you have to do this?
I don't have to do this. We'll find out. Because
Anyway.
mine are old, but they work perfectly fine. Because I just use it to listen to stuff, right?
Yeah, but now that I hear how they sound, I wonder if that's how they sound when I'm like on a phone call. So maybe it's time to replace those AirPods. So
Yeah,
Anyway.
mine ain't broke. So they do their job.
yeah. Anyway, but the backup AirPods, not good for podcast recording. The regular AirPods that I've been using, they've been doing pretty well for the podcast. So anyway. But today I'm on my actual microphone.
Because you're not traveling.
Yet. I
Yet.
leave in the morning.
You leave tomorrow.
Yeah, I leave in the morning. I just finished packing. Back to Ottawa. Different hotel this time. Trying something different.
Okay.
So
So in
yeah.
soccer news, do you want to hear some soccer news?
Sure.
Spain won and beat Portugal. Yay!
Yay.
Sorry,
Canada
not sorry.
lost.
Sorry, not sorry.
Boo.
Yeah. That was tough. That was bad.
That was a tough game. I didn't watch it, but
Okay.
I planned to, but then I had other things going on.
I find like they have like a black jersey, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on their black, this is Canada, and on their black jersey, it's like white stuff all over the place. So I call it like their blizzard jersey. So it looks like it's like snowing on their jersey, like if there's a blizzard. Yeah, it's really weird and like ugly. So I say it's their blizzard jersey. And they wore that one a lot.
Well, apparently it was the lucky jersey. They won with it.
Yeah,
Someone
and then they
told
wore
me
it and
that.
they lost with it. So
Well, yeah, because luck is not real.
yeah. And the one time I wore my Spain jersey, they lost that game. Since then, I have not put it back on.
And obviously that's why they're
Totally why they're winning. Come on.
why they're winning. Yeah.
Not like they're a good team or anything.
No, nothing like that. So go
Anyways.
Spain.
Yep,
I'm
so
sad
that's
about Portugal though.
I mean, I have nothing against Portugal, but every kid always tells me, "Are you a Messi or Ronaldo fan?" And I always say Messi fan. And then they're like, "Give me the look." And then I'm like, pfft. And then there's like this kindergarten kid. He's like so cute. He's like 4, I guess.
Okay.
He's junior,
Yeah.
4 or 5, and I think he just turned 5. So yeah, he's 5, and he's a big Ronaldo fan. So I don't have the heart to tell him I don't like Ronaldo. So he always he got a haircut and he's like, Miss Kim, I gotta show you something. So he shows me on the side of the head. They did a number 7 on his head.
Hilarious.
So I can't break the guy's heart.
No, you can't.
No, he's too cute. So I don't tell him. But everybody else always asks me, I'm like, Messi. So it's nothing against Portugal. It's just I don't like Ronaldo.
Well,
I'm sure he's a great guy, but
Sure.
Yeah.
As we speak right now, Belgium is beating the USA 2-1.
Yes, that's who plays Spain. Whoever wins that game.
But there's still like 40 minutes left in the game.
That'd be kind of crazy because Mexico. So the 3 countries that hosted was Mexico, U.S., and Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Canada's out. Mexico's out. It'd be hilarious if U.S. goes out.
I mean, if soccer/football, depending on what part of the world you're from, is not as big here as it is in Europe and other parts of the world. So
England is through.
yeah, England is through. Yeah.
But yeah.
England is going to play Norway.
Yes, which is a squeaker too because they won against Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
So crazy.
Here's all of your very old sports talk. Because by the time this episode comes out, I think FIFA's over.
Things could change in a week.
I'm pretty sure it'll be over by then, won't it?
I think it finishes like the 20th or something of this month.
You might have to like go in and do a last minute edit at the end of this episode, Kim. Here's your FIFA update in real time.
Update. I won't have time to do that.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Come back. I won't have time.
No.
But yeah. Anyways, enjoyable game today. I had on the couch, and we got a new fridge delivered, and now we have a new fridge.
Nice.
So our fridge and dishwasher match, but now we need a new stove because that doesn't match.
Is it stainless? Is it stainless steel?
Yeah, it is. So I'm like, Dave, something doesn't match in the kitchen now.
What kind of fridge?
It's a Whirlpool. So double door on top.
Yes, that's what I was asking.
And freezer at the bottom.
Cool.
Yeah. And we opened the door now, and it's so much more room than what we had before. Like the top 2 shelves are empty.
Wow.
Yeah, it's empty. Now, considering that we got a new fridge, we had to get everything out. So a lot of stuff went in the garbage that you don't use, right?
Yeah, you did a clean out.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's like one side of the door on the door is filled. The other side only has milk. Then in the middle, there's your fruit drawer, your whatever, deli, cheese, whatever. Those are full. And then there's 3 shelves and 2 are empty. And I'm like, Dave, are we ever going to fill this?
You are going to fill it. I guarantee it.
Probably. But it's good to have more room now. So
cool.
It's pretty.
That's exciting.
Yeah. I missed the whole delivery thing. I was upstairs. But I didn't care for it. But yeah, exciting. There you
That's
go.
awesome.
I have exciting news.
That is exciting news. Exciting breaking news. Kim has a new fridge.
Yeah, I think I got more excited over my washer and dryer when I got that replaced last year. Yes, we needed one so badly. I'm like, please, I need a new washer and dryer. And I was like, I love it. I was so excited. The fridge, sure, like exciting. Maybe more for Dave than me, but washer and dryer, I was so excited.
I will say I missed the washer and dryer from my condo.
Oh yeah.
Well, because I bought them, right? So when I was there, the washer and dryer that I moved into that condo in 2010 were really old, and to the point where like the washer was staining my clothes.
Oh.
And I mean, it probably needed to be cleaned, but it was like really old, like decades old. So I was like, you know what? It's just going to be easier for me to buy a new one. So I went and bought a nice, this was back when we still had Sears. And I went and bought a nice front load washer dryer combo that stacked. And I loved that set. It was great. So the washer and dryer I have here are perfectly fine. They're not super old, but it's a top load washer with an agitator. So sometimes I find, even though I have it on like low agitation, my stuff gets a little bit like stretched out. I miss having a front loader.
Yeah.
And then also like when I wash my duvet, sometimes it'll get tangled and then the washing machine starts bouncing across like the floor.
That's what my old one did. It would be like this.
Yeah.
Like it was like slamming into the
unbalanced, right? And the front load doesn't have that problem. So anyway, but these work fine for now. And one day I will replace them, but I don't need to right now.
Yeah. It's amazing how we get excited over laundry and,
Barbecues.
barbecues and
Speaking
fridges.
of, it's out of order, but seeing as we're talking about appliances, Jackalope Spam says he's getting a new grill too.
There you go. That also is a smoker.
Yeah, we went for a wood pellet one that doubles as a smoker, so that's pretty fancy. I've also had a lot of people tell me lately, not from the podcast, but just in general, because I'm talking about my barbecue, that they went with Blackstone. It's
What,
like
a company?
Yeah, it's like the hot business. It's been the hot business for the last couple of years. So essentially, they're not like grills. They're like flat tops.
Okay.
Like you would do a smash burger on it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a particular style. So basically it's just like a great big slab of metal that you barbecue on. And there's advantages to it for sure. But I was like, I just want a traditional barbecue, which is what I got. So a smoker would be nice, but I'm not home enough to actually smoke anything.
Dave does his like pretend smoke.
Yeah.
Like he puts wood chips.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where he puts the wood. Anyways, he soaks it ahead of time.
Yeah.
And then he puts the. I've never actually gone to see this. He puts the wood chips somewhere in the barbecue. I don't know where. And then he smokes ribs.
Cool.
And they come out good. So
Nice.
that's all we really smoke.
Yeah. So
But, yeah.
cool.
Yep. Summertime. Yummy stuff.
Yeah,
Barbecuing time.
I mean, I barbecue all year round.
Yeah, I think we've done it once in the winter.
Like not in the coldest days, but
no.
I mean, our winter isn't horrible here usually. Like
Depends
we've
how
had
much
a bad
snow we have.
winter the last year, but generally we can do that. So, I have some exciting news, Kim.
Yeah, what's up?
I spent 2 hours yesterday, and I got my entire front garden reweeded and finished.
And that's how you got sunburned.
And I got a sunburn, but that's from something else. So I did that very early in the shade, and I've been working on it very slowly because I tried just to like rake up the weeds, but then they just came back. So I actually went out with my gloves on and hand weeded like everything. And then I had a bunch of grass seed that went rogue, and it went into this little section of my garden. So where I have like flowers, and there was all this grass. So I actually went around and edged that and pulled out all the grass that shouldn't have been there and stuff. So I did that. I was very proud of myself. My side yard has a lot of weeds in it. I thought I got all of them, but I didn't. My neighbor's yard has a ton of weeds on the side, and they're like side by side with no gaps. So I got most of them, but I'll have to go back and take out a few more. But very proud of all the weeding that I got done. And then Rob came over and we cleaned my eaves troughs. That's when I got sunburned. So, because that was like the middle of the day. He came over at like 11 and we were out there until like 1:30. And initially we thought it was going to be a short job, so I didn't worry about throwing on sunscreen because I thought we were only going to be out there for like 20 minutes. And then we ended up being out there for over 2 hours. So the good news is all of my eaves troughs are clear now. So I really appreciate Rob's help with that because I'm not good with ladders. So he did all the ladder work. I did all of the emptying of the bucket and passing him things work. So
Nice.
Yeah. But I did get sunburned on my arms. The rest of me was okay. I had sunscreen on my face, just not on my arms or my legs, but my legs were fine.
Way to go.
I know. Anyway, it's not too bad.
It's okay. It's worse for sunscreen, so.
Well, I try to be really good about it because I've already had a skin cancer. So I try to be really good about it. But yesterday I was, like I said, I thought it was only be a few minutes and then it was a lot longer and we did not get the sunscreen on. So anyway, we'll work with it. I'm moisturizing the heck out of it right now. Keep it moist so it doesn't get dry up and peel off, right?
I've only ever gotten sunburn ever once in my entire life. And yes, I am dark skinned, but I can get sunburned.
Yeah, of course you can.
And it was on a cruise ship. We went on a cruise. And it was a Caribbean cruise. So of course you're like in the water, and I didn't like sunscreen, of course. So my like shoulders like got pretty scaly.
Yeah.
Pretty dark, pretty scaly. And then I still didn't learn my lesson. I sometimes do, sometimes don't. But I haven't gotten like that ever again. So
yeah, like I know that I sunburned badly. So again, it was on me. It was very hot yesterday though. The heat wave was over, but it was still very hot.
Today was warm. I walked to school and back, and I'm like, I'm sweating.
Oh, I didn't notice because I was just in the car today.
Yeah, it was still 30 degrees or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, by the time I got home late. It was like 6:30 by the time I got home tonight. But yeah, I left around 12, but it was like leave house, get into car. It wasn't long enough to be outside to tell if it was warm or not.
Yeah.
So it wasn't cold, but yeah, it didn't feel like
summertime.
Gross. So
no, not like muggy.
No, it wasn't too bad. So anyway, should we talk about Game Skim?
Yes. Would you like me to go first?
Sure.
So, last Saturday past was the American birthday. So, we didn't get to play Zombicide because Millie and Deanna were away. So, Jordan and I did pull out a game, which was funny enough because we were discussing what games we were going to play. And I'm like, let's do a worker placement, something we haven't done in a while, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden we came down to a play zombie game anyways. So
you did.
Yes. We tried to avoid playing a zombie game, but we went to playing a zombie game, which is funny because I'm like,
your zombies.
I know. I'm like, I mean, I told him, I'm like, if you're really feeling like you're missing zombies, I mean, we could do run, fight, or die. So we did that. This is a reloaded version, they call it. So I actually own the original.
Okay.
And then they redid it like a few years later. It's a different company, so I guess they may have bought it. Don't know. So we played. Jordan owns the reloaded version. The board is quite the same. The player board, there's nothing different. There's still zombie little figures. It's just I'll explain the difference after. But so it's a zombie game. A quite fast game based on rolling dice.
Mm-hmm.
So what it is really your character. On those characters, everybody's unique. They have different abilities or combos based on what you roll.
Yeah.
And so you have like a gun to shoot zombies. You have a bat that can hit zombies and take out 2 zombies. You have a run, which kind of like pushes zombies back, and I'll explain why. A backpack is your search, I believe. So you can search for items to help you to kill zombies. And then you have a map, which I believe gets you from like you can go town to town kind of thing. So what you're trying to do is you don't want there's like 3 zones on your player board, 1, 2, 3. When zombies hit 1, and if you don't get rid of them, they give you like a bite pretty much. So you only have 5 health. So if any of our health are down, the game's done. If there's a mutant zombie that could come out, if he goes through his stuff, game's over. And this is pretty much a point system at the end of the game. Mm-hmm. So it's not cooperative, I guess, because you could bump zombies to the other player and like put zombies on the other player's boards and stuff like that. So you also game ends also when you hit a certain location, which is the town, but it's at the end of the deck, so it's not like you'll get it like the first one or whatever. So it's like the last 5 or something like that. So once you hit that, you know it's coming at some point, which would end the game. So you roll your dice. You zombies are coming for you. You can only bat ones in zone 1. You can shoot in any zone. If you get items that will help you, so items like will be like, oh, kill 4 zombies in zone 3, or kill 4 zombies, or push zombies back, or whatnot, like that kind of stuff. So like you know, chainsaws, machetes, things like that. The town cards can be good or bad depending on how many of the rolls you do. So if you get like 3 town rolls, you get a better one. If you get 1, you kind of get like a bad thing could happen to you. So you could take a wound, things like that. Zombies could come on your board, whatnot. And then you roll the dice. You have up to 3 dice. So like Yahtzee almost, right? You have to use all your dice. Okay. So you can't not do that task, I guess. There is a zombie head on there. So if you roll a zombie head, you cannot re-roll those dice. Luckily, I got this follower or helper that allowed me to re-roll it. So that was actually pretty good.
Awesome.
So if you get zombie heads at the end of your turn, 3 zombies get added to your zone 3. Plus how many zombies you rolled. Okay, so you don't really want to roll it. And that's it. You go back and forth, back and forth. I pretty much managed my zombies very well. I hoarded a lot of equipment cards that I never even used. And followers give you points at the end. Certain things you do give you tokens. You don't know how many points are on the other side. So that's how you gain your points. So I started just getting followers for just point wise. Jordan pretty much really had to roll good because his zombie horde was kind of getting out of hand. And he got this guy that always added zombies too. So I guess your followers could be good lower points or like bad higher points. You know what I mean? So if do you want the higher points, but you're going to get something bad out of it and so forth, right? So his guy was worth 5 points, but it was putting zombies on his board. So it wasn't very helpful. So you go back and forth pretty much until it triggers a game end, whether you die or you town or this mutant guy comes out. He only came out once really, and then we got rid of him. And then that's it. And then I ended up winning by 1 point.
Yay.
It was just all my followers really. That did it. We did take some like life. And then your followers too can take the life if you don't want to. So you can pretty much kill them. But some of them are pretty good. Some of them are good as well. So yeah, it was fun. So the different version is my old version is very dark. Like dark box, grayscale, black scale, kind of like that. The character boards are different combos. They're completely different, sort of the same names, but completely different. The player board is exactly the same, except again, there's color on the reloaded version. And then this one, like the older version, doesn't have any color. Okay, so they definitely ramped it up.
Cool.
With color and stuff like that. The dice are a little better. My zombie die icon was like a blob of red.
Yeah.
You couldn't even tell. You really had to like look up close to see what, like, if it looked like a zombie, and it was like just a blob. So I think they like
quality
fixed
control.
Yeah, so if they fixed a few things. They put, instead of like just random different types of zombies, all gray in my version, this one had like blue and orange version, which was female and male. Had no other purpose. But it just went from black and white pretty much to full on color. And they changed a lot of things. They got rid of a couple of decks. Some of the equipment cards were different, so I couldn't use mine because there was different text. So Jordan just mostly did that. I wrote down what I had and what they did because the cards were different, and then the boards were the same and the zombies were the same, so that was okay. And then the dice were the same, little different symbols, but they meant the same thing. So at the end of this, and I'm like, oh, there's like events and stuff you can do and throw in other things. So I ended up buying the Kickstarter version to it.
Oh, cool.
Actually, Jordo and I went shopping online while you guys left. After we were done playing, we were shopping online while we were talking to people.
Hilarious.
So he found it for like $40 Canadian with a guy like in his region. So he picked it up for me and he'll ship it down. So and I'm like, there you guys go. You guys got we got a whole bunch of talking like for almost an hour after the stream. It's crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Talked about baseball. Just a bunch of stuff. We ordered a game. He bought a game. It's so funny. So I have the reloaded version. I said we'll play it one time again when it's just me and him again and try to put the events in because I'm wondering if like they do good and bad things.
Yeah, for sure.
So you still have to think because you have to like manage those zombies. They could get out of hand, and if you don't roll well, you're taking hits. And Jordan was lucky. He got into, but he really had to fight to get like items to help him. So yeah, it was pretty fun. It was good to come back to that game. It's been a while.
And good enough that you ordered the Kickstarter version.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I don't like playing with like I like to have physical components.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so we have the same game, but it's different. I can't use the cards. I have to write it down and like remember what I had, even though he puts it on my character card for him, but I don't want to keep going back to that, right? So I have to write it down.
No, for sure.
So, and I'm like, and it's completely different. Like I had the character card I couldn't use on my end, so he had to scan it for me so I know what my character did. But yeah, definitely played again with this version, and I haven't played the old one to know if it is a big difference. So, but I like to have the same stuff, so makes it easier.
It definitely makes it easier.
On my life, so that's why Zombicide, most of all our stuff is we have the same, so it makes it easy for me because I like physical things in front of me.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
Oh yeah, so I don't forget too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that was our game on Saturday, and I'll be away, so Zombicide may not hit for another couple of weeks. So
yeah,
summertime.
Cool. Well, I played Star Wars Unlimited, Kim.
A new set?
Yes. So we ordered the new Twin Suns deck for Star Wars Unlimited. There's 4 of them. So essentially, Twin Suns is the commander version of Star Wars Unlimited compared to Magic the Gathering. So it's the multiplayer version. So there's 4 decks. This is the first time that SWU has put out official Twin Suns decks. So they put 4 decks out. They are 80 cards. And before I get into the specifics of this, let me tell you that so SWU just had a rotation for the first time ever. I think we talked about this on a previous episode. But they now have 3 formats. So they have Premier, which is like modern. Okay. Eternal, which is like everything. And then Twin Suns, which is the multiplayer format. So in a Twin Suns deck, you have 80 cards. Each card is unique. You can't have multiples of a card like you can in a standard Premier or Eternal deck. So typically you can have 3 copies of a card in your deck, with the exception of certain cards that have special rules, sort of like the puppies in Lorcana for the Dalmatians, and you can have like 100 of them or something.
Yeah.
Or 99. There's like porgs or something in this deck that you can have like 15. Anyway, but generally, so in Twin Suns, you can only have 1 copy of every card in your Twin Suns deck. And then you have 1 base, but you get 2 leaders. Other than that, the game plays similarly. There are a few other unique things about Twin Suns. So there's 3 tokens. So typically when you play Star Wars Unlimited, there's an initiative token. So once you take initiative, you can't take any more actions and your opponent can continue to do things. In this version in Twin Suns, you have an initiative token, you have a blast token, and you have a plan token. And once anyone's taken a token, they can't take any more actions, but typically there's multiplayers playing, right? So basically the last or the second last person is going to have the initiative token unless somebody really wants to go first. Blast does 1 damage to all of your opponent's bases, and plan says draw a card and then put a card from your hand at the bottom of your deck. So once you take one of those tokens, that's it. You can't do anything else. So Rob and I got all 4 decks, as I mentioned. We played against each other just one-on-one, which is not how Twin Suns is designed. It's meant to be multiplayer, and each person does one thing, and you go around the table. But again, we just wanted to get a handle on the decks and the cards because there is a new set coming out this weekend in pre-release called Ashes, I think. SWU, Ashes of the Empire. I think that's the new set. Yes.
What does that entail? Coming out. Ashes.
I don't know. What does it say here?
I don't know anything about Star Wars.
The Battle of Endor and the years that follow it.
Okay.
The set's title is Ashes of the Empire, so it's only natural that it would be all about characters, ships, and events. So that's what's coming up this weekend. We're going to a pre-release. But these Twin Sun decks were from the previous version, the previous set that came out. So this is the first time, like I said, they've ever done Twin Sun official decks. People have been playing the format for a while. So there is a Anakin Skywalker and Padme deck. There is a Count Dooku and Asajj Ventress deck. There is a Rex and Asuka Tano deck. And there is a Maul and Savage Opress deck. So each of them have a different color aspect, and each of them do something different. So I played the Padme and Anakin deck, and then I played the Maul and Savage Opress deck. And both of them are really cool. They did different things. I definitely won the first game. I can't remember. I think I lost the second game. I should have won. I shouldn't have won. I should have done a better job in the second game, but I was lazy. 80 cards is a lot to handle, and I needed to mulligan. I was like, maybe I'll do better on my turn 2 pull, and I didn't mulligan my cards because I didn't want to have to reshuffle them. And I wasn't able to play a card till turn 4. That's a long time to not be able to play a card. But I do think the Maul and Savage Opress deck is it's got some legs to it. There's definitely some interesting stuff in there, and I liked the Anakin and Padme deck as well. So it was fun to play both of those, and then Rob played the other decks. So that was kind of how we set up and played. So we each got to play 2 of the 4 decks, and it got us back sort of thinking in a SWU state of mind. But definitely is a thing to think about when you are resourcing cards in Star Wars. So you resource just any cards that you want. Knowing there's only 1 copy of each card in the deck, that means that, like, if you pull something good, you're like, do I want to resource that, or do I want to hang on to it until I have 7 resources, which is 7 turns out to play, or 6 turns out to play. It's hard to make some of those decisions, especially when you don't know all the cards that are in the deck. So anyway, it was fun. It was fun to get those cards out on the table and getting back into a Star Wars Unlimited state of mind. So yeah, I was excited for that. I'm looking forward to the pre-release this weekend.
Nice.
Pre-release is nice because it's sealed. I've talked about it before. You just open up your own cards and build your own deck. You don't have to like pass them around and draft and stuff. So
that's easier.
It runs pretty quick too, because they just do best of 1 now. So it's 3 rounds best of 1. So it's only like 2 hours. So it's not a huge commitment of time. On that point, Kim, I will be at 401 Games on Saturday. Do you need me to pick anything up?
No,
Did you
But
already
thank
put
you.
in an order?
No, I didn't. I'm actually waiting to. Okay, so they kickstarted a new Zombicide.
Yes.
Pirates.
Pirates of the Zombicide?
Yeah, Pirates, Rum and Bones, I guess. Rums. Anyways, so I'm waiting to see them put it up on their site to see the price difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's cheaper to get it through them or it somehow works out cheaper with the kickstarting place.
Right.
So it's a pre-order right now, but no. All my orders right now are with Board Game Bliss.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Well, if you change your
thank you.
mind, I will. Because the last 2 times I went to 401 Games, I messaged Kim while I was there, and both of those times she had already put an order in that was being shipped.
Yep.
So this time I got you ahead of the curve.
Yep. I'll let you know if I need anything, but as of right now, no. But let you know. You never know.
You'd probably get it faster if you had it shipped than if you got me to pick it up, because I don't ever come out your way anymore, but we'd figure it out.
That's true. You don't.
No.
We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, my stores don't go that far west anymore, so I don't ever get out that way. So, anywho, but yeah, so that was it. That was my SWU story.
SWU.
Yeah. So, the other thing I wanted to say about Twin Suns before I jumped into that. So these Twin Suns decks that they've created are designed specifically for multiplayer play, which is the first time they've done that. And the cards in these sets, some of them are legal in like regular Eternal play, but the cards from Twin Suns are not eligible for Premier. But there's some cards in these Twin Suns decks that are good for the Eternal format, and there's players that play Eternal format that are like buying 3 copies of the deck to get 3 copies of the one card.
Oh my gosh! Why don't you just buy singles?
Because you can't buy singles for these because they're only available in the Twin Suns decks.
That's just money wasted.
Yeah, to me it seems like they shouldn't make the card playable in Eternal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, right now people are buying 3 copies of each deck to get 3 copies of the card because there's only 1 card in each deck.
It seems like a money grab.
It was interesting to hear that. I'm not going to play Eternal, so I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you're a SWU player who's done that, like, tell us more about it.
Interesting.
So, okay, so going back to the dice bag, we had not only 1 comment, but 2 comments. I guess technically 3, but 2 people on this episode. So Darren says, we've just had a record-breaking heat wave end of June in the UK and starting another heat wave that hopefully isn't as bad. Been making sure things are in place to keep my monster squad safe in the heat. I set up a tarp in the garden to give shade, over 4 liters of water outside for them too, and a picnic rug as well. Then they can go inside and out whenever they like and be safe. They've also been getting early walks.
I would love to know what the heat wave temperature is in the UK.
It was pretty hot. It wasn't like North America hot, but for the UK it's very hot. Europe had the same problem. Like the temperatures in Europe get as high or higher sometimes as they do in North America, but they don't have the air conditioning infrastructure, and the buildings are built to retain heat for the winter, so they don't release it in the summer. So there is a problem with that, but they don't have the air conditioning infrastructure. And even if we just said, let's put air conditioners everywhere, that would just cause more problems because those buildings aren't designed for that. So yeah, so there's a thing.
Like the wall ones?
No, because most of them don't have windows that would work like that.
Okay.
So there is I've been reading about this lately. There's a movement to put heat pumps in that move the heat around. They're a little bit more energy efficient, but electricity is so expensive in Europe. So, Darren says, he continues, I can recommend the following games that have hit our gaming table lately. Slambo, a quick and light card game. It's a great filler. Pilly Pilly, a chaotic trick-taking game. National Economy, a Japanese card-based worker placement game. West Story, a town building game, has matchy Koro vibes and a great mechanic where victory points are optional. Plus, World Order, the follow-up to Hegemony. Hegemony?
Hegemony?
There's no D. Anyway. And then Darren says, Twin Sends is my preferred way to play SWU for deck building. So we just talked about that. I think I've mentioned before that the Gamegenic Twin Suns playmat is awesome and great value. My only issue with Twin Suns is that the games rarely go beyond round 7, so high cost cards are dead cards really no matter how cool they are. You just don't get to play them. Unlike Magic the Gathering, there's no real ramp on the resources, an area for this format that needs improving, so those more costly cards become viable. Still, I'm having fun playing my All the Vaders deck. So, there you go. Thanks, Darren. I haven't built any Twin Sun decks. I've just played the pre-made ones. The only decks I ever play are pre-made or sealed or draft. So, and even that time that I went to the tournament last year, Rob basically net decked me a deck.
I was going to say, Rob probably builds your decks for you.
Yeah, I mean, when I go to sealed or draft, I build my own decks. But yeah, when we do constructed, like when we did constructed last year, Rob found some decks on the internet that we had like most of the cards for, and then he found some substitutes and he built, I think, 2 or 3 different decks, and we played them out, and I picked one that I liked, and that was the one that I played. So, but there hasn't been a lot of time, as you know, with all the travel and everything. So.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, but it's nice to have the pre-made decks, and it's interesting. I'd like to try out the Twin Suns format with multiple players as designed. So I think that's all we got, Kim. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Awesome. Well, we thank Darren and Nick for commenting on last week's, aka this week's episode. And we hope to hear from you on our next episode that we'll be recording in a few weeks. So you can let us know anything you want us to talk about in all the usual places, which include adding us on Discord. Kim is at SuperK. I am at Jostitch, Joce Stitch. You can join our Discord channel, DM North TV, and jump into the A Double Double and Dice podcast convo chat like Nick did. You can head over to youtube.com/DM North TV and leave a comment there like Darren always does. You can find us on our website, dm-north.com. You can find Kim and Matt playing zombie-type games
at Z-North TV.
On youtube.com/DM North TV. And they do it live on Twitch. So the replays are on YouTube and the live games are on twitch.tv/DM North TV. And you can find us on all the socials at DM North TV. So until next time, on A Double Double and Dice and old FIFA news.